Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. Rock Mercury here. Welcome to the Rock Mercury podcast. So we have some Alfredo here. I warmed it up in a pan. You guys know I love eating in cake pans because it stays even warmer than a plate. And it's like, why waste another plate when I can just eat out the pan that I warmed it up in the toaster oven? So these are leftovers from yesterday. Yesterday I ate it on a plate, but today doing it on this. There is mushrooms, walnut, um, just delicious creaminess. I think she used like this not milk, vegan milk it's called. So very tasty. I was really happy with it. And these are some green beans that my sister made. So this is all from my sister, Chef Pere. Of course, she doesn't really like that I use these pans because she's like, I made this gourmet meal that looks like it's cheapened in a pan, but I don't want to make some other plate. If it's perfect, then I have to I have to like literally scoop it out, put it in a whole other plate. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god, the hot guy I told y'all about with the dog and like he's a kid and stuff, but he's so hot. He's like walking across my house right now. Oh my god, he's so hot. I want to be your kid's stepdaddy. Oh my god. He never has like a partner with him ever. Anyway, he can get it. But anyway, let's get back to what I was doing. I was eating some Alfredo. Alfredo. This is a rich neighborhood too, so you know he got it. You know he got it. All right, okay. Stephen Duke said, I just had leftover pasta. Hey, pasta twins. Oh, and I have some sweet tea on the side. A little sweet tea moment, honey. Y'all, when I tell you I just upgraded the rockmercury.com website, I can't even. In fact, I'm going to put it right on here. I'm going to go ahead and pin the comment. Just put rockmercury.com on here because I just added so many new features for you guys. Please tap that like button while I'm doing this if you don't mind. Please tap the like button. You know, every like helps my dreams come true. Honestly, it's true. Because if you did enough likes, I could be like super famous and all my dreams will come true. So every like really helps me, you guys. I just want to be famous, you guys. Like, please help me. Oh my god, I've gone through so much. Please, you guys. Help me be famous, you guys. Okay, perfect. It's pinned. Rockmercury.com. Since I can't put the .com. since I can't put the .com on there because they keep on like blocking it whenever I put like rockmercury.com, like the actual URL. So you're gonna have to just like take that. All right, Steven, you said you had leftover pasta. What kind of pasta did you have? Because this is Alfredo. So what kind of pasta did you have with your leftover pasta recently? I'm very curious. By the way, there's also soy curls in this Alfredo, which makes it even more delicious. Like, I can't, you guys. I know it's kind of crusted on the top, but it's because I cooked it a little too long in the oven. But it's like so creamy on the inside. Oh my gosh, baby. Yes, honey, work. Oh. My beer's about to get destroyed. Here we go. Let's try it. Creamy. Alfredo-y. Italian-y. Even though Alfredo's not technically Italian. I think I heard somewhere. I don't know if that's true. Hearty. Those soy curls, it's bizarre. I don't know if you guys have ever cooked with soy curls before, but I showed them to you guys a few lives ago, and they come in a dried bag, so you have to rehydrate them. But you would never know when you're eating them. They're expensive, but they're worth it. It tastes better than Gardein. It tastes better than all these like fake meats out there. Very delicious, you guys. Stephen Duke says it was Cajun Alfredo, I guess. It had bell peppers, onions, crawfish, and sausage, creamy and spicy. I knew you had some crawfish in that. The second you said Cajun, I knew there was crawfish in there. Or shrimp. I knew there was one of those. There's a way to make that vegan. But I know you don't want that. Steven, have you ever had boudin? It's like a type of sausage that is like mixture with rice with like some terrible meats, like all kind of like different parts of the meat, but like it's like mixed. It's mixed. It's like it's a Cajun meal. It's like a Cajun sausage, boudin. You see, Stephen Duke says, "Yeah, I love it." Of course you do, Stephen Duke. You're so country. Mm-mm-mm. You were so country. Meanwhile, I'm living in the woods right now, in the country, in the deep south. I'm the most south you can get. I'm in Houston. Houston's like the most south. Well, I guess Florida technically, but that's like east south, southeast. You know, I feel like we're in the middle and we're like the southest. The middle. I'm really bad at geography, but it's like I think we're like in the middle and the south. Like we're like the bottom of the country. So we dirty south. Um, but even though I'm from Los Angeles, I'll be repping Texas so much. People be thinking I'm from here until I start talking. They're like, "Where is that accent from? That is not no Southern accent. You want me to talk like this, y'all? You want me to go down there and get me some hogs from the market, from the Piggy Wiggly? You know, right there, I have to go down and get that noodle right there and eat that noodle. Oh yeah, that's a real good noodle right there. I do tell you, sweet doggy, sweet doggy. Mm-hmm. Is that country enough for you?" Stephen Duke says you don't find it. You don't find it a lot up here though. They're a different kind of country. um, yeah, they have boudin out here. It's in New Orleans. It's in like Houston. I never seen it in Florida. In Florida, I saw people eating alligator sausage. So I decided in this new year, I'm not gonna be judging. I'm not gonna be judging these meat eaters out here because first of all, I've eaten so much meat in my lifetime, and I'm not talking about just food, but anyway, but yes, food too. I've eaten a lot of meat, and so it's just like I can't really judge you guys. And also, I watch Animal Planet, and I love Animal Planet, and there's no way I can be like, oh, vegan's the only way. Like for me, it is. It works great for me. That's why I look so young and youthful, and my hair is flowing. But for some people, I look youthful. I have gray hair all here, and I'm like so bearded. By the way, I like my new hair. Like I parted my hair when I did my braids yesterday, and it came out like this. And I'm here for this. I think I'm gonna start doing this for like every day because it makes me feel like I'm balding less. Because I am balding a little bit. It makes me feel better. Anyways, I'm not gonna judge these carnivores anymore. Um, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's what it is. My family is carnivores. I'm like me and my mom are the only ones that are like vegetarian. My mom's not vegan, but she's like vegetarian. But I'm vegan. Mostly, I really don't eat any dairy or like meat. Like very rare. Like you have to pay me. Um. Mm-mm. And even then, I'm probably going to, you know, if I ate it. So I don't really want to eat it. I really love veggie food, but I can't judge the people because like there's animals out there murking other animals every single day. I watch it from my front window. I can't even sit here and have a vegan meal without watching a vulture destroy a squirrel. The squirrel ain't even fully dead yet. It just got hit by a car a second ago. Not now, but like if it happens, that squirrel can just limp a little bit, and the vulture's like, gotcha, squirrel, you know. And then they call all their homeboys and stuff, and they all just tear that squirrel up like it's a squirrel soup party. That's real country. Stephen Duke said frog is good. That's something I've never been interested in. Even when I used to eat meat, I've never been interested. I would eat alligator before I would eat frog. Um, Frog just seems so nasty. Like it's like I can't stand even look like. There's sometimes there's frogs on my front porch. Like often, I kick them out. I always like put my foot. I'm like, get out of here. You don't pay the HOA over here. Get out of my house. Get out of my house, frog. Um, but I couldn't imagine eating it because I see them close up. I'm like, ew. Like they do not look appetizing. They just look so like. Oh no, I don't judge you for eating it, but I'm kind of judging you. I'm kind of judging you. You know, I can't make out with somebody who just ate frog. They could have had frog earlier, and then they brush their teeth, and then we can make out. But I can't make out with somebody who just had frog. Unless they're super hot, then I don't care. Like if that guy who just walked in front of my house, if he just ate frog, I probably would still make out with him. So I guess what I just said is irrelevant and not true. Oh my god, it's so tasty. Steven says, rattlesnake too. Now that and a sausage? Los Angeles is so rude. There's a place called Workscheiser or something in downtown LA. I don't know it's some weird German name, but they sell a sausage that has rabbit and rattlesnake. How dare they? How dare they? They know that these rattlesnakes be eating that rabbit. They know they do. So now you want us to eat a rabbit and a rattlesnake sausage? Unfortunately, I was vegan by that point already, so I did not even taste this sausage. But my ex did. One of my exes. What ex was I with back then? What ex was that? I think I was in church back then too. Maybe this is before my ex. Maybe it was a friend that I was hot. I think I went to this one church because this guy was so hot there. So I'm like, let me be Christian for him. He's so hot. But that didn't work out because I'm a heathen. But while I was there, we went to that place and he had the rattlesnake sausage and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I smelled it, but I could not eat that. I was so against it. I'm like, how could you eat that poor innocent rabbit? How could you eat that poor innocent, rattlesnake? Well, rattlesnakes are not innocent, first of all. And rabbits, they're better than rats. I think I would eat it. Looking back, I probably would taste it at this like I should at least tasted it because I want to know what rattlesnake tastes like. But it would have been mixed up with rabbit. So it's like I don't know if I would really understand the taste of just rattlesnake if I mixed it in that sausage. I don't know. But Dr. Sebi's son Victor Bowman, he eats dried rattlesnake as a remedy for like cleansing the body or something, or he said it's alkaline. Boom. I don't know. I never ate it before. But check out his website, bilingobalance.com. Bilingo Balance. Amazing herbs and stuff. I think they may sell the rattlesnake there. I don't know. I never ordered it. Magpie says, hey, what's up, Magpie? Oh, wait, Holly Joe's in the house. Hey, Holly Joe. Holly Joe said, where did my pinned comment go? My pinned comment's gone now. That's so weird. Did it leave for real? They took my pinned comment away. How dare they? How long do pinned comments last? Anyways, go to rockmercury.com. That's all it said. Hold on, let me read these comments. But shout out to my girl Holly Joe in the house. Steven says, I've heard it fried. It's flaky like fish. You mean like rattlesnake is? You had it fried. Okay, flaky like fish. Okay. Magpie says, what's for lunch? I'm having vegan, plant-based. Vegan, which means I'm better than you because it's vegan. And vegans are better and wetter than you. Yeah, vegan. Alfredo. No, vegans aren't better than anybody. But, yeah, it's like vegan Alfredo. It has mushrooms. It has walnut cream. I think the noodles are just regular noodles. Like spaghetti noodles, or like, not spaghetti, but like fettuccine noodles, I guess. Or I don't know what kind of noodles these are. These are thicker noodles, not like super thin angel hair. And then there's like soy curls in here as well. Like the ones I showed you guys before, that like dried strips. They taste so good. It still blows my mind. I just can't believe that this delicious flavor and texture came from a bag of dried strips. that you have to literally rehydrate in water or like broth or something. And it came out this good. It tastes like you wouldn't know this was a meat. You really would think this was chicken. And I'm not like just BSing you. Like a lot of the meat replacements don't taste like meat. But these soy curls really do. Like I would not know if I was like not a vegan. I would like, oh, this is chicken for sure. Mm. It's so good. It's so good. Every bite. Mm. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I keep forgetting I'm on live when I take a bite. I forget where I am. Okay, that makes sense. Magpie says, I think pinned comments only last a few minutes. Interesting. I'm gonna check my YouTube right now because you gotta check my website. I put like I tagged my Instagram in there, like an actual feed of my Instagram. I put a feed of my SoundCloud on there. I got everything on my Instagram, on my website now. It's like really popping, you guys. I want to see though if this hater responded to my comment. I've been going back and forth with this random hater online. I think he's just trolling me because now he said, haha, accurate. What is he saying that to? Haha, accurate to what? I told him that you can't afford to make me feel good. You are too poor. Because he said, I'm sure that your sandwiches are... Oh, wait. He said, I even liked your comment so you can feel good, LOL. Because he was talking mess about me. He said that my sandwich looked like trash. He said, you're a cringe dude. It's legitimately bad content. How dare he, by the way? That's so rude of him. And then he said, you have no... Then I told him, you have no taste in our class list, which is true for him. Then I said, my sandwiches are better than your disgusting life and of disappointment. Well, true. And then he says, I'm a professional chef in California, so my life is trash, LOL, but my sandwiches are much better. And then he said, I even liked your comment so you can feel good, LOL. So then I said, I'm sure that your sandwiches your sandwiches are as trash as you. and then, and then, and then I said, you can't afford to make me feel good. You are too poor. And then he said, haha, accurate. Well, I guess he's too poor. Let me reply to him and say, glad you agree that you're poor. Hold on, I have my like special keyboard. So I'm gonna boot on here, so I don't have to reach over there. Glad we agree that you are too poor to be relevant. Because how dare he come for me? I think everybody's relevant in reality, but when it comes to a troll like this, I'm just like, how dare you come for me? Like, why are you talking about my sandwich? Like, I didn't say it was the best sandwich. It was delicious, though. But why is he coming for me? So I'm telling him that he's too poor to be relevant. How do I write that? That's for relevant. Relevant. Is that right? Oop, that's definitely not right. Is Siri can help me spell this? Oh my god, Siri, help me spell this. Not me not knowing how to spell relevant. Not me not knowing how to spell relevant, you guys. Oh no, this is not going well. Relevant, there we go. RELEVANT for all of those who didn't know as well. Glad we agree that you are too poor to be relevant. Reply. Great. Okay, perfect. Somebody told me to just check. I just look every now and then. I keep telling myself I'm not gonna deal with any more trolls. I'm just gonna block them and keep moving. But certain people just get under my skin, and I'm just like, why did you come to my page to say that? Why are you trying to come for me? Why are you trying to come for me? And I really don't care. Like, I actually like really don't care internally, but it's just funny to me. And I'm like, you think you're just gonna say that to me and not get a shady response for your shady comment? Whatever. I better do it now before I get too famous, and anything I respond is gonna be like, oh my god, can you believe Rock Mercury said to this person? Oh my god, this person is actually like 8 years old. We didn't, and he cussed them out. How am I supposed to know that? Some of these accounts don't even have profile photos. Like, I feel like somebody's gonna try to get me like that. Like, Rock Mercury curses out. Rock Mercury curses out an 8-year-old. But if they don't have a profile photo, or if they're like a troll, and I don't realize that they're, what, anyway, this person definitely isn't 8 years old because they are a chef in California apparently, and they think that their sandwich is better than my sandwich. But I tell you what, I had an avocado sandwich yesterday. There was no way that any of his sandwiches are better than that sandwich. It was delicious. It had avocados, jalapenos, arugula, cilantro, red onion, um, like macala, marinara. What are those olives? Those green olives? I'll say green olives. They had green olives and like organic olive oil. Like, don't play with me. Black pepper, cracked rosemary, cracked thyme. Like, don't ever in your life. Sea salt, like avocado, of course, because avocado sandwich. On a bolillo roll. On a bolillo roll. Anyone wants to come for me and tell me that my sandwich is subpar? No, honey. No. But anyway, I shouldn't care, but I think it's funny. Holly Joe is laughing is laughing at me. Love you, Holly Joe. Thank you for supporting my depravity. Magpie says, wait, did the lavender work for the mosquitoes? I did go out on some walks with my nephew. Not today, because today is so cold. It's like 45 degrees right now. But I went on 2 walks yesterday with my nephew. And I didn't get bit. And I had my lavender on. He didn't get bit either because he has a whole shield over him. We put a whole mosquito net over his whole carriage at this point. But I mean, I can't definitively say that it worked because it started getting cold, and you guys know, anybody who deals with mosquitoes, they know that when it gets colder, these mosquitoes slow down and they die. Thankfully, that's the best thing about the cold. These mosquitoes perish. But so I need to kind of wait. But I will say that I did see a mosquito near me. It didn't bite me, but it came near me, which was like, I'm giving lavender God right now. I'm giving God of lavender. But yeah, this mosquito wants to be near me. That was a bad sign. So Steven's the one that told me to put lavender to deter the mosquitoes. Steven, I don't know if you're right, but I don't know if you're wrong, because I didn't get any bites. So I'm still studying. I'm still researching. I have a big old jar of it. It came out really well. Where is it? Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. It came out so well. Here's my Rock Mercury backpack, my collaboration with Champion. This is my logo right here. Shout out to Champion. I love Champion. Y'all thought I'd just wear Champion without collaborating with them? No, we have a deal. We have a corporate deal, Champion and I. We are partners for life. I have a whole collection with Champion, so don't ever play me like that. Rock Mercury and Champion forever, baby. Rock Mercury is a champion. I'm putting the clothes in my basket. Okay. Here is my oil. It's kind of ran through because I've been using it, but oh, it smells so good. Ooh, not me having a hair in here. Oh, not me having a hair. I don't want to show y'all that. Don't look. Let me put that in the back of my neck. Maybe the hair will go back in. No, I have some oil. Anyways, here's the oil. It's like really smooth and just like, oh, it smells so lavendery. Oh, it's amazing, you guys. It really is delicious. It's like so creamy. It's just like, I love it. I'll show you a little bit on my finger. You see, it's like that. I'm just gonna rub it in my finger in front of you guys so you can see how it's like creamy. Oh, it's so creamy. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. It's the best. I love this. I live for shea butter. I can never go back to some lotion. Are you serious? You want me to use lotion? Girl, not me. Not me using lotion with 1,000 different ingredients that you don't need and toxic like chemicals and stuff in these lotions. No, babes. We're gonna do shea butter with one ingredient and put some essential oils in with one ingredient. And we're gonna just live our life, you know? I put this in my front right here. Get that neck all like moisturized. I don't really care about that. I used to try to cut this gray part, like I cut it down a lot, but now I'm just like, who cares? I don't care. Like I would just cut like just as individual strands. I'm like, I don't want to have gray hair in my beard, but now I'm like, live it. Like, why not add another color? We got blonde, we got brown, we got red, we got another real blonde right here. This is my natural blonde. And then we have brown again, whatever, auburn. Who cares? Like, I just want to have hair. And this way, this hairstyle makes me feel like I'm not balding. So I'm going to continue doing this hairstyle from here forward. It doesn't even move. There we go. Magpie says, only time will tell if Steven was trying to get you attacked. You know, Steven is very suspect. Some of his advice is good. Some of the things he tells me, like the whole Ellen DeGeneres and Sandra Bullock thing, disturbed my life. I couldn't believe that was real. But Steven told me it was real. So I blame him, even though it's not his fault that he just knew about it because it was on the Ellen show. I didn't know about it. But I still blame him because how dare he bring that into my consciousness. So, I don't know about Steven. I think Steven is working for the mosquitoes. You know, I'm working on the case right now, trying to figure out if I can get some definite proof of his mosquito corrupt. I almost said the word. I'm not gonna say the word because they're gonna put this disclaimer up. But I just think that he has been working with the mosquitoes for a long time. Steven has joined the other side. Stephen Duke says, it's for sure a thing. If you grow lavender in your yard, it repels them a bit. I love lavender, so I would love to grow some. But we have so many plants already. We have like, I can't even count how many plants we have. There's so many up in the front. Oh my gosh. We have a whole garden in the front yard. Yeah, I don't even know. They're beautifully like manicured, but they're like a lot of different plants. I don't even know where we would put lavender at. But if it does that, I wouldn't mind trying to find a place for it. Stephen Duke says, Magpie, don't expose me. Stephen Duke, we've been seeing you. We have been seeing you. We know that your checks are coming from the Mosquito Coalition. You work for the Mosquito Coalition, and every bite that I have on me, you're responsible for. You're responsible. Only the bites after the lavender. I put so much lavender in my oil that if I get more bites, then the only reasonable excuse for it is Steven. Oop. Magpie said that Steven is the Mosquito King. No, not Mosquito King. I didn't know they even have a mosquito emoji. That's disrespectful that the emojis would even allow there to be a mosquito. Like, they didn't need to be. Mosquitoes never needed to be represented in the emoji community. Why did they offer? Why is there a mosquito emoji? I've never seen this until just now. And that's definitely a mosquito. Oh my goodness. Why? Why emoji land? Why Apple? Why whoever made emojis? Why? Why did you feel you need to make a mosquito emoji after all the pain they already caused us? Steven says, I get commission per byte. I knew it. I knew. I knew it. I knew it. But Steven, I'll tell you this. Whatever they are paying you, I will pay you double to not get bit again. So I need you to, jump ship. I'm not going to judge you for being on the enemy side. Just please switch over and be on my side for a while because I'm tired of getting bit. I've been scratching all week. It's not fun. Oh, but it's about to snow here. It's going to snow here. It's about to go to 1-digit weather here in Texas. Already it's 45. It's not that cold, I guess, to some people. Some people are laughing at me when I said that's cold. But for me, it's cold. I'm from California. It doesn't go below 60 degrees in California, hardly. Magpie says, I hope we get snow. I'm in Tennessee. Well, you keep your snow. I'd rather not have that. I like traveling into the snow. I like to be where I'm at and then say, you know what, let's go for a snow day. Not a snow weekend. Not a snow week or month. No, just a snow day. In fact, a few snow hours, and then drive back. I'm not even trying to stay overnight. But when I was in New York, it did snow. I have to be real. It snowed a lot. When I was there for the winter, it was a lot. But it's New York, so you're inside most of the time in New York. So I was okay with it. It was so cold. Magpie says, I mean, it's not going to last more than an hour, a day at the most. If it snows here, it's just going to be gone afterwards. I'm just saying I want to drive into the snow. I don't want to live where the snow's happening. But it's going to happen here. But I will say, where I live right now, if it did snow here, it would be so beautiful. There's so many gorgeous trees and forests over here. Like, it's just, it would be gorgeous if it snowed. But I just don't want that to happen. I'm like living for this. This food is definitely getting cold. Oh my god, just something's coming right now in the mail. Amazon stays here, y'all. Every day Amazon's here. Every day, multiple times. I wonder what got ordered this time. I know I didn't order anything. Not today, at least. I think all my deliveries are here. But I still gotta do some more Christmas shopping. Still gotta do more Christmas shopping, y'all. I think I'm gonna do it on Wednesday. It's gonna be crazy out there. Let's see. Christmas is on Saturday. So yeah, if I do it on Wednesday, I should be good. 21st. I'm going to Ross. I'm gonna get all the gifts at Ross. Because Ross has the best deals on quality stuff. That's new, brand new. You just have to be okay waiting in line for like an hour. Not really an hour, but a long time. Math Pie says, me too. I went to the mall this morning and it was a mess. Too many people. You're not going to see me at the mall in the weekend before Christmas. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Magpie, bless your heart. I'm glad you told me about that because it's good to live vicariously through you so I don't have to actually suffer the mall. I love going to the mall, but not me having to park a mile away just to go walk through the mall and every store be crowded. No. It just sounds so stressful. I like going when people are at work. I think people will still be at work this week. Maybe they won't be at work. Isn't this when the I think this is the winter holiday, the winter break right now for kids at least. But people get off work like usually on like Thursday, because if it's on Saturday, that means Friday is Christmas Eve. And is that right? I'm doing it wrong. No, I'm doing it wrong. No, Sunday is Christmas Eve. Saturday is Christmas Eve. Sunday is Christmas. So maybe people get off on like Friday. Let's say I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Wait, but Magpie, do you usually work every day, or is this a special holiday thing to do this week, or that your normal schedule that you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Like, did your job say okay, you have Thursday and after off, and then you probably get back on the 27th or something? They should give you at least one day after Christmas to like rest. You know, you should have a Monday off too. I feel, you know. Magpie says I work Monday through Thursday usually. Okay, I'm actually off until the January 2nd. Not you getting it's like you in school. Magpie's over here acting like she's in school again or something, because that's a good break right there. Always to January 2nd. That's great. Good for you. Are you gonna go on a trip or anything? I used to love going on winter trips. Or just staying home and playing video games. That's amazing too. And say, yes sir, I'm full on resting, staying in my dog. Yes sir, I'm full on resting and staying in with my dog. So Magpie ain't going nowhere. Magpie said I'm gonna relax. I ain't gotta go to work. I ain't trying to travel, because really, let's be real. Traveling is a job. It's stressful. Like being on a plane is enough. It's a lot. If you have to drive, that's a lot too. You have to figure out, you have to pack and unpack. Like it's a lot of work. So I respect that you're like not trying to travel anywhere. You're like, I'm gonna chill with my dog for the next week. Live your best life, you know. That is such a vibe. That's such a vibe. Part of me does miss having a dog. I miss my dog. My dog's in a great place right now. He's chilling with the family he's with. But I've had 7 dogs in total. I'm not ever getting a dog again though. But I did love that there's certain companionship parts that were beautiful about having a dog. But I think I'm still good with this. I have a pass to the zoo now. If I want my animal exposure, I'm just going to the zoo and hang out with the animals there, because especially the kind of dog I had, like it was a liability. He was a wolf, and so I'm good right now. Like I think I need to really keep that in mind, that I don't need a dog again. It's so much responsibility. It is like it's almost like having a kid, but at least your kid grows up. And at some point, you don't have to keep changing your kid's diaper. With a dog, for the whole entire time of the dog's life, you're going to be putting that bag over your hand and grabbing those, you know what, they are. Grabbing them and trying to find a trash can. And ooh, you better hope you have a whole bunch of them in your bag. I used to have so many. But one of my biggest fears was like being out with my dog and then not having one of the bags. So I had so many bags everywhere, like those like little dog bags. I bought so many, and I had them in every kind of like corner and in different pockets. In my jackets, I was like, I'm not about to walk out here, because that's so embarrassing if your dog doesn't use a bathroom somewhere and you can't pick it up. Like no, that never happened to me. Yeah, Magpie, they're a huge commitment. Says my dog has a cardiologist. Shaking my head. Exactly. My grandparents had a dog that cost them dang near $100,000. in medical fees as this dog ended up going blind from cataracts, got diabetes, couldn't barely walk, couldn't smell, couldn't see at all at one point, was on medications, had to have a special diet for food, multiple procedures. Like, that dog is passed away now. Good for him because he went through it. He looked really rough towards the end. Poor puppy. He was a sweet dog for sure. He really was a sweetheart. I used to watch him at my house. He was like, I used to babysit him, but he went through it. Mm-mm. When they calculated everything, especially if you don't have pet insurance, literally, like, if you add it all together, like, it was like around $100,000 for that dog. Like, no joke. I couldn't believe it. But they loved the dog. Magpie says, yes, nobody wants to be the person that leaves the treat on the grass. Mm-mm. They don't want to be that. The dogs are. I'm good. I love animals. I love to learn from them, but I'm good now. I think I'm good. I have my dream dog. The dog I always wanted. That's what I had before I moved out here. And we had a great time. But I realized a lot during that situation that for the main part is that I have to always watch him because he was traumatized from the kill shelter that I got him from originally. Well, that the place I got him from. Like, he got rescued from there, then I rescued from him there. I paid like all the fees. It was a lot of money to get him, but it was worth it. And he was such a sweetheart in ways, but he also was traumatized, and he was a huge dog, and he was a wolf. And he listened to me, but other people I wasn't really sure about. And I didn't want him to eat anyone, if you know what I mean. Like, literally. So, he was beautiful. Oh my gosh, he's so good. There's pictures of him on my page. He's a beautiful dog. Oh my god, like the most beautiful dog you ever see. Just like a fully white Siberian Husky, blue eyes, like very just smart dog, but just so troubled. So troubled. Not troubled. He wanted to be free, and I understood why he wanted to be free. I got it. I understood him. We had a great connection, but I also was like, I hope he doesn't get too frustrated with me and then eats me in the middle of the night. Because he slept in the same room and he had his own bed, but he can just get up and eat me if he wanted to. He's big. And I was like, this dog really wants to be free, but the place he's in, like, is more secure so that he can't get out. He escaped my house 3 times, and I chased him each time. I was there. It was like one time he escaped because the door wasn't all the way locked on the front door, and I could not believe it because it looked like it was closed. That door has like a little, like in LA, like there's like a lot of earthquakes and stuff, and so sometimes the doors can be a little shifty. So I thought it was closed all the way, but it wasn't. And he pressed it and it opened it and ran out, and I chased him. I ran. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, that's the second time I did. The second time I didn't grab no shoes. The first time I had shoes. But that was so traumatizing. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening right now. I chased him down the street, and the second time I was taking him on a walk with this one type of leash that I'll never use again on its own. Never. It's like I call it a slip leash. And I was given that leash by his previous owners. She said the leash was fine. He slipped himself out that leash, and I had flip-flops on. I threw the flip-flops off, and I ran barefoot down the street to go grab this dog. Ran. My feet were like bleeding on the bottom. I ran and chased him for so long. I just chased him and chased him and chased him. And I just could not get him until he finally went into like my neighbor's backyard, and we got the barricade him back there, closed the gate, and I was able to like release him and walk back barefoot home. Feet were like messed up. By the time I got home, I had to like be off my feet for like a week. It was really bad. It was terrible. And the third time, I was like, this will never happen again. My maid was over. I had my maid cleaning the house. Um, she was gonna clean the room that he was in, and so I moved him out to the room where I was in, where I was working. He went through the closet and went to my other room that's connected to the closet. You know, some rooms have two closets connected, like a closet connected between. He went through there, went to the hallway, and darted out the front door. Because after she had finished cleaning my room, she went to go clean the front porch, and he just darted out and ran. And so she got in her car, and I ran by foot, chasing him, and I had to like literally pounce on him, like like an animal. I couldn't believe it. Like, this dog is a giant dog, and he's fast, and he's a wolf, and so it's not like it's easy to catch a wolf. Um, but I caught him 3 times. I'm proud of that, but I'm not proud that I had to do any of that. It was so terrifying. Each time I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm like, will he get shot out here? Was a car hit him? But like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. And after that, that was it. Like that was around like the first. That was all within the first like month, I think, of having him. Um, and I just realized how much he wanted to get out. And then after that, I was like super, super like on it. And he never got out again. But he still had different incidents that were alarming when he's around other people. So I'm like, okay, this dog, yes, he's going through a lot. And I was with there's this one trainer named the Dog Daddy. We had met on Tinder, and he was gonna help me with him. Um, but he was like overseas at the time. Then he went to Mexico. He was living in Mexico, so it was like I couldn't get to him in time to get that training situation happening. But he also told me that it may not change it may not change the behavior all the way. Like he may have some deeply rooted situations. Like he's too smart. The dog was so smart. Any ounce of freedom he can find, he's gonna try to find it. He's gonna try to get out or go away because they want to run. That's how huskies are. But ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted a husky. I've always wanted a snow dog, you know. And so I had him for like a year and a half. Had him for like a year and a half. When I came out here, I couldn't have him where I'm at because there's a baby here, and there's no way he's gonna be around a baby. So, thankfully, the place I got him from, they love him. Like they never wanted me to even take him. They loved him so much, but I adopted him, so they were happy he had a home, but they really missed him a lot. And so it just happened to work out that because first it was gonna be temporary, but then it ended up being permanent because they loved him. They wanted to keep him. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This worked out perfectly. The universe balanced itself out, and he's in a wonderful place that has other dogs there because they own like a doggy daycare, and it's just, you know, he's in a great situation. He has a lot of people around him, and it's gated, so there's no way for him to get out at all. Like there's like 3 different gates he had to get through, so he's set. Like he's gonna be safe. Cause my real worry was like, what if he like one time he almost got to the window in the room. Like it's just a lot. There's a lot, you guys. Like, and I felt for him. I didn't think he was a bad dog for that. I think that he was just so smart and he wants to be free. And like my heart went out to him. But I was like, maybe at least he'll be with other dogs. He'd be happier there. But I always love him. He was my perfect dog to me. But yeah, he was perfect. Even with him escaping and being a little bit more like trigger worthy, like he was still perfect for me, you know. And we got along really well. But it was just like I couldn't. If anybody was over, or if I was walking with him somewhere, like I couldn't predict what he was gonna do. And he's so strong. He'll pull my arm off. Like I'm pretty strong, but he's a wolf. He will pull. If he really wanted to get away from me, if he wanted to come after somebody, he will pull my arm off. Even with that little leash. Well, I had two. I ended up using 2 different leashes and a muzzle, like a soft muzzle, not like a big crazy looking muzzle. Just a soft muzzle on him to protect other people and himself while we're walking. And that's how it had to be, you know, because it was that. it was like that. So I'm happy for him. I'm glad. Like I get pictures every now and then. He's doing well. He's doing very well. So, and they're very happy. They literally like that's part of their family to them. So she was like crying when I first took him. The lady who I got him from. So it all worked out. Magpie Magpie shook. She says, "Yeah, I'm sure instinctually he just wanted to roam. He wanted to escape. Like he was an escape artist." Huskies are very specific with that. Like, surprisingly, there's this adult actor that I follow. He has huskies, and he lets them go off leash. But usually you can never do that with these huskies. They will not come back. Magpie says, "I can leave my gate open and my dog won't cross over." That's a good dog. That's a good boy or good girl. No, I was terrified. My other dogs wouldn't do that. My other dogs I had Labradors. They were very, very obedient. I had two different like kind of like a mutt kind of dog. He was like a terrier mutt, super cute. Like he wouldn't leave my side. A Pomeranian. She would leave but come back. Like she would like bark and come right back behind me. The Rottweiler. He was very loyal. He would stay next to you. Both of the Rottweilers would. And the Pit Bull. Pit Bull was very loyal too. She was a big Pit Bull. Huge Pit Bull. But she was very loyal. She didn't like want to leave or anything. But I immediately realized why that dog was for adoption. Because usually it's so hard to find a husky that looks like the one I had. Like they're so expensive. They're thousands and thousands of dollars. But I learned quickly why. So we had great walks. We had great times. I really enjoyed him. So I know it was a great lesson. But I told myself after that I'm never getting a dog again. Never doing that. I'm just gonna go to the zoo, hang out with my friends' dogs and stuff. Like, if they're good dogs, like, I'm doing that. Here forward. And my sister's dog, I hated my sister's dog. She had a Maltipoo. And I tried my best to like that dog, but that dog would always bark at me, always growl at me, bit me in my toe. For no reason. Just for existing. Just me existing triggered this dog. And the crazy part is she could put the dog in my hands and I could hold the dog and she'll be completely calm. But the second I put her down, she's barking at me and trying to attack me. The same dog I was just holding. A demon. She's gone. She's gone, thankfully. Because when my sister had a baby, she's like, this dog ain't about to attack my baby. She was a mess. I think she was a product of inbreeding. She like if you buy a house from those puppy mills, if you buy a dog from the puppy breeders, it's not always the best thing to do. Some of those dogs are like mentally unstable. And this dog, I believe, was one of them. I would never miss that dog. Like, literally, like, that dog was so evil. Not evil, just, she was trouble. I know dogs can be evil. I don't know. That dog was a demon. That particular dog was a demon. Her name was Ellie. What kind of demon name is Ellie? But whatever. She's with a great family. Apparently she's with somebody who's like, she's like an actress who like works from home a lot too, and they just needed a companion animal, just her, because this dog was very like protective of just her owner. Hope it's working out for her. Hope it is, because she ain't coming back. Magpie says, mine is a Boston Terrier. His name is Jesco. He's very loyal. Oh, Jesco. That's so sweet. Shout out to Jesco. If I were to lose my mind and need another dog, or like have to get another dog for like emotional support, I would do like a tiny Yorkish Terrier. I think they're so cute and they're so smart. And you put them in your bag. Yeah, I think they're so cute, but I still don't think I can do that. But yeah, Yorkies are just, oh, I love Yorkies. That's the one I haven't had before. I never had a Yorkie, but I do love them. My Pomeranian, I would never get another Pomeranian. I don't know how Jeffree Star has so many Pomeranians. I would never get another one of those. That was one of the first. That was the third dog I had, was a Pomeranian, and I had her most of her life, and she was not loyal. I'll say that. She was not loyal, and she was barked all the time. But she was super cute. But she was like, she barked all of the time. It was so like just, she would snap at people and just, she was just very like mean. But then she was like sweet with me sometimes, not all the time, just sometimes. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. That lunch was delicious. I'm super full. I thought I would go on a walk for it real quick. You know what? I kind of want to step outside just to see how cold it is. Before I get off, let me just step outside with you guys because I'm curious. Hold up. Let's just go see for a moment. Just before we leave. Before I get off and sign off. It's 40-something degrees right now. Let me get off my other live real quick. Bye, y'all. Bye, other live. I'll be back later. Hold on, let me turn this live off. Okay, you guys, let's go outside for just a second. I'm curious what 40-something degrees is like today. So we're just gonna check it. We're gonna check it out right now. It honestly doesn't feel bad at all out here. I mean, it's it honestly doesn't feel bad at all out here. I mean, it's a little at all. I think I might go on a walk. See, I'm out here in the trees. So if it really did change temperatures, it would still be beautiful out here. So a lot of trees. Anyways, I'm gonna go back in right now, but I feel like the weather is really nice. I'm gonna see if I can champion getting a walk right now because it's really nice outside. So rock on, Mercuryans. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Magpie, for being here. Thank you for all of you guys, and I'll see you on the next live. Bye. Oh, it's nice. Yes, December issue is super nice. It's pretty. I'm gonna try to get it out right now. All right, bye.